Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption video. That's right, I didn't say Red Dead Online or I didn't say Red Dead Redemption 2. This is going to be talking about Red Dead Redemption 1. Now obviously, there's been a lot of rumors in the past about the remaster of Red Dead Redemption 1, but obviously we haven't really heard anything about it lately. However, there has been a post over on Reddit that I would like to take a little bit of time to go ahead and kind of talk to you guys about and look a little bit deeper into the article itself. Now, obviously, I'm involved with a lot of different communities, and I was told to go ahead and check this one out. So I'm not sure if there's anybody else that has made videos or not about it, to be completely honest with you guys. It's posted about a day ago. I'm sure that if anybody else is like me, I'm sure that there's something out there. I just don't know about it. So anyway, this guy says that he has actually a brand new account. It was posted a day ago, but the actual account itself was made a while ago, which is really interesting. However, I do have a Reddit account that I don't post anything on personally. So I guess it's possible that maybe, a year into it, I could look at possibly posting an article on Reddit, but it's highly doubtful. Anyway, they say that they claim that they have a friend that is an environmental artist over at Rockstar, and he kind of goes on to say, I know that everybody says that on this subreddit, and go ahead and leave a mean comment down below. That's pretty much what he says. So it's kind of funny. However, he kind of goes on to say that, and for Red Dead Redemption 1, it's actually not going to be a remaster, it's going to be a remake. All the new features from the new game, so Red Dead Redemption 2, are going to be imported into Red Dead Redemption 1. Plus, the map is actually going to be expanded a little bit. However, the Red Dead Redemption 2 storyline map, or even Red Dead Online map, is not going to be the same as what it's going to be in Red Dead Redemption 1, the remake, because basically the only thing that they're really going to change is they're going to make the desert bigger, to make it feel like it's a little bit more available and just a little bit more vast out there. Now, obviously, we don't know if there's going to be an online portion of it, but it could eventually be part of Red Dead Online if they are currently working on making the deserts bigger. And if they're truly making on a remake for Red Dead Redemption 1, like Mexico, and maybe even expanding the desert a little bit more, because that's kind of what the area that I'm thinking that they're going to work bigger on, or maybe even a little bit more westerly, so to speak. There could be a lot of significant changes to the Red Dead Online map, because if they're already making a remake, and I mean a remake, not a remaster, for Red Dead Redemption 1, then they could easily import that information over and into Red Dead Online, and that makes a lot of sense to a lot of things that people have been seeing when they've actually glitched out of the map. And I have done that a few times personally, and it does seem like the landscape just kind of keeps going and going, and there's only certain areas that are a little bit kind of out of whack, and everything kind of seems to change slightly if you're able to get out of the map and experience some of the things that would be towards that Mexico area. So this really does seem legit for a remake to Red Dead Redemption 1. Now, there was a lot of people that were hoping for a remaster, but you know what? A remake is going to be amazing if we could actually get that to truly happen. And I'm just going to kind of continue on with the article, and we'll just kind of go from there. Obviously, it does say that the map itself is going to be getting a bigger desert. Rob has come back and recorded some new lines of dialogue to help connect the two stories, and it's going to have more references to Arthur and the events of Red Dead Redemption 2, naturally. So, obviously, Red Dead Redemption 1 takes place actually after Red Dead Redemption 2. I know it's kind of a mind... it's a weird trick on the mind, so to speak. But if they have more references to Arthur and him passing away in Red Dead Redemption 2, and just some of the events that actually happen, even what happens more in Blackwater, there's going to be a lot of new dialogue that could actually happen with that. Obviously, we do know that Charles is a big component of the end of the story mode, and there's actually a few other people as well. And obviously, we do know that there's certain people that that John Marston decides to go after in Red Dead Redemption 1 that were part of the initial gang. And honestly, it makes sense now because Red Dead Redemption 2 should have actually happened before Red Dead Redemption 1, but if they actually have a good remake in some of the next generation consoles, or even things that are going to be coming out for the Xbox One Scarlet or Xbox Scarlet, and even eventually the PS5, this truly does make a lot of sense. Now, it was originally slated for the 10-year anniversary, which would actually put it about a year out, a little bit more than a year out. However, with some of the Red Dead Redemption 1 bugs, they have been hindered on the development, so they've actually had to take and shifted 2/3 of the online staff and team to actually focus on some of the bugs that are actually in Red Dead Redemption 1 to make sure that it comes out when it's supposed to. So that actually means that we could be seeing a complete remake of Red Dead Redemption 1 coming out like December of next year, so 2020, or even January of 2021. So that's actually pretty cool if that's really going to happen. I'm very, very excited about it. I loved Red Dead Redemption 1. Now that they actually have a remaster 4K version for the Xbox, I've actually considered getting it for a while now just to kind of replay it. But having a complete remake would make this story so much better, because even the events of Red Dead Online happened before the story of Red Dead Redemption 2. So maybe they should call the remake Red Dead Redemption 3. I don't really know, because so many people sometimes get confused that how the story actually operates, with Red Dead Redemption 2 actually taking place before Red Dead Redemption 1. I'm really excited to see what kind of maps and seeing what the environmental artists actually expand. Maybe we'll actually see the addition of Warma to a certain degree within the story of Red Dead Redemption 1. Maybe even it will come to online, because if they really, like I said earlier in the video, if they truly are working on making some of those changes and making Mexico either bigger or some parts of, I mean, it doesn't specify what parts of the desert. We could even look at Ambarino, not Ambarino, my gosh, Armadillo and Tumbleweed. They're actually part of the desert as well. So going into the desert and going into Mexico, things like that, they could easily make a bigger map, because there wasn't a ton of things that I recall from Red Dead Redemption 1 that was more on the eastern part of the map, except for really, you had Blackwater, you had Thieves Landing, and then the train tracks I've always thought was a little different, because even though the events of the two stories are actually only 8 years apart, there is a huge difference when it comes to like where the train tracks actually are at. So if you actually look at Red Dead Redemption 2, you'll see that the train tracks actually stop just outside of Thieves Landing. And I can't remember if they actually go there in Red Dead Redemption 1, but I know that they went all the way outside and there was a train station just outside of Blackwater, which if you really look at Blackwater right now in general, it's really inaccessible except for by water. And back in the 1800s, trains were a huge component of transportation and just moving cargo from and to wherever. But it's not, there's no train system in Blackwater. So I don't understand how Blackwater was as big, or is as big as it is in Red Dead Online or Red Dead Redemption 2, because there's no trains connecting it. I mean, it stops outside of Thieves Landing, which is actually a significant distance away. And then it actually went through part of like Manzanita Post and things like that in tall trees. If you look back at the original map of Red Dead Redemption 1. So it's going to really see how, I'm really curious to see how they actually change all of that to make it seem more legit. Because I always thought that was really weird that they didn't, even though they brought the map from Red Dead Redemption 1 and brought it into Red Dead Redemption 2, at least part of it anyway, it felt kind of incomplete, and it, you know, I don't really know. But we get to see at the very end of Red Dead Redemption 2, you get to actually build the home of John Marston, so it'll be really cool to actually have that homestead again. Maybe the storyline or story mode will be bigger. Maybe it will actually have Red Dead Online a part of it. I don't really know what they're going to do, but there's going to be a lot of updates between now and then for Red Dead Online. So we're just going to have to kind of see what truly does happen. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and I would love to hear what you guys think about having a completely remade Red Dead Redemption 1 coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and maybe even the PC at some time very soon. Obviously, we're still waiting on Red Dead Redemption 2 for the PC. It still has never even happened yet, but if that's the case and they're actually working on Red Dead Redemption 1 first, it makes sense why they're putting the PC version of Red Dead Redemption 2 off, at least for the time being. Hopefully they can get all the bugs sorted out and continue on making Red Dead Redemption 1. I'm super excited about that, and I'm hoping that they'll have an announcement, either maybe at the holiday season of this year, so end of 2019, and then going into next year would be absolutely amazing. But if you guys did enjoy the video in any way, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys, stay gaming.